Welcome to Personal Landscapes. I'm your host, Ryan Murdock. You can find links for today's episode and other conversations on Books About Place at ryanmurdock.com. Hello, Personal Landscapes listeners. I want to record a short summer update for you to let you know what's happening with the podcast this summer. So you're not left hanging, thinking I've vanished or something. I have vanished, but just temporarily. Most of the podcasts I listen to tend to take a short break in summer of a month or two for vacation, that sort of thing. I typically don't. If I can pin people down to talk to me in the summer, which was sometimes a challenge, I try to keep putting out episodes. I'm a writer as well as a podcaster, primarily a writer. So my any breaks that I do take tend to be dictated by my own writing and travel schedule, and that's what's going to happen this summer. There's only going to be one episode of the podcast for July. That's recorded already, and it's queued up and ready to go for you guys. And probably no episodes in August. It depends on what time I get back, but I had hoped to have more episodes for you to cover that gap. And I prepared for several more. I did all the reading, stacks of reading, and I prepared all my questions. But unfortunately, people have scheduling changes and problems, and sometimes writers say yes and they just vanish when it comes time to actually pinning down a date to record. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any more recordings done for you in advance to cover that gap, but there will be one episode in July instead of the usual two, and then just August will be a bit of a gap. If you're a member of or if you're following Personal Landscapes podcast on Substack, there'll be some written content for you to enjoy over there, and some new book reviews, some videos, things like that. So that'll be continue to come out in my absence. If you don't follow that over there, because this will go out to my YouTube channel as well. Go to personallandscapespodcast.com, and you can find a bunch of content over there supporting the podcast, including a long form article that I wrote recently that seems to be doing quite well, called "What I Learned from Paul Theroux." So if you like that sort of thing, lots of reading there in the meantime. If all goes well, I'll be back home in mid to late August, and back to recording new conversations for you in September. So I just wanted to give you a heads up, so you don't think I've vanished or anything, or that the podcast has stopped. It's still going strong, and hopefully I am too. I'm walking the length of the Pyrenees mountain chain from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean, staying high up near the main ridge of the Pyrenees the entire time. It's sort of a farewell to Europe walk after I've lived in Europe I'm Canadian, as you probably know. I've lived in Europe for 15 years, I think now, and I'm planning to leave next year. So this is sort of a farewell, not really a pilgrimage, but kind of a farewell to Europe walk through a particular region that I would like to get to know intimately day by day as the land unrolls before me. And there's some time in the wilderness to just kind of reflect on my time here, and why I moved over here, what I had hoped for that period of my life, how it actually played out, that sort of thing. So it's a long hike. I hope to finish around that time, but I mean, who knows? It's a massive amount of elevation gain and decline each day. So one day at a time. I mean, the maps for my route. This is the stack of maps I've got to take with me. The maps for this route. If you can see that, these maps weigh more than my tent. The stack of maps is heavier than my tent. I don't know what to think about that, but anyway, I will try to post the occasional updates when I pop out to resupply in a village. Hopefully I'll have enough of a connection there to be able to post updates for anybody who's interested in personal landscapes world. If you follow me, my podcast on Substack, personallandscapespodcast.com on Substack, you'll find any updates that I do manage to post. You'll find them there. It's just easier to update that that site using my phone than it is to update my personal writing site, ryanmurdock.com, on WordPress. So that's what's happening with the podcast this summer, and this is just a quick announcement to let you know that and to keep you informed. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful summer filled with travels and interesting reading, and we will reconvene in the fall. See you then. Thanks for listening to this episode of Personal Landscapes. If you like the podcast, please give it a rating on iTunes and subscribe through your favorite app. You can find links to today's podcast and more conversations on Books About Place at ryanmurdock.com. You'll also find a donate button if you'd like to contribute to the costs of the show. All donations are greatly appreciated.